Good morning and welcome to Mindful Yoga Flow. I am happy that you're here. Glad you're taking time for yourself. Make sure you have a space around you so you don't bump into anything. Have your blocks nearby, a blanket, and also we're going to use the bolster today. So bring your bolster nearby. Today's class will focus on mobility and fluidity. Our joints need the fluid to have the mobility. So we're going to focus on the movements of our joints. We're going to focus on some deep stretches in our joints, and hopefully this will be a great experience for you. So we are going to begin on our backs. So come to lie down on your back. Make sure you can still see me, even if you're on your back, or see me and hear me. Bring your feet to the floor, knees are bent. Feel your entire back body melt onto the floor. Take some deep breaths. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Just relax your spine, relax your shoulders. On your next inhalation, bring your right knee into your chest and interlace your fingers around your shins. The left leg can stay bent or you can straighten the left leg. Make some circles with your toes, your ankles, your feet. We're making some circles to get out any snap, crackle, and pops in our joint, our ankle joint. And then rotate your toes in the other direction. And then lower that right foot to the floor. Bend your left leg, bring your left knee into your chest, interlace your fingers around your shin, and begin to make circles with your left foot in one direction. Notice if there's any area of this circle that needs maybe a little pause. And then reverse the direction of your circles. And then lower your left foot to the floor. Bring your right ankle to your left thigh and rest your hands on your legs and gently press the legs away from you. I'm gonna make an adjustment to this music. It's too loud in my ear. Okay, turn it down a little bit. Okay. All right, we're in figure four. Right ankle is on the left side, gently pressing the legs away. And now we're going to move into a stretch here. So bring your left leg in toward your body. Interlace your fingers around your left thigh or shin. Keep the right foot flexed. and feel the stretch down the right thigh area. On your next exhalation, release your left foot to the floor and bring your right knee into the chest again. Interlace your fingers around the shin. We're going to move into a one leg happy baby. Take the foot up toward the ceiling. Grab the outside of the right foot or interlace your fingers or bring your two fingers in between your big toe and your second toe, and then wrap your thumb around your big toe in the yogi toe lock. It's an option. On your next exhalation, release the toe or the foot. Bring the right knee back into the chest again. Squeezing the knee in toward your body. This time we're going to gently rock the right leg side to side. And think about the hip joint here. Think about the fluids around the hip joint. And then lower the right foot to the floor. Bring your left knee into your chest. Place your left ankle on the right thigh. Take your hands and gently press the legs away. This is a small action, and it can be very effective in elongating the hip area. On your next exhalation, bring your right knee in towards your chest. Interlace your fingers around the thigh or the shin. Keep the left foot flexed. Breathe into the stretch. On your next exhalation, lower the right foot to the floor and bring the left knee into the chest. Lift the foot toward the ceiling and take a hold of the outside of the left foot, or if you like to do the yogi toe lock on this side, put the first two fingers in between your big toe and your second toe and put your thumb on the outside of your big toe. The right leg can remain bent, or you can stretch it out for a deeper stretch. Release the toe or your foot. Bring your left knee into your chest again. Interlace your fingers on the outside of the shin and gently rock the left leg side to side, focusing on lubricating the hip joint. And then bring the leg to stillness. Slide your right foot to the floor and bring your right knee into your chest. Take a hand on both knees. Give both knees a loving squeeze. Gently rock side to side, massaging the lower back and spine. Now lower your feet to the floor and take your feet out as wide as your mat. Bring your arms to the T. We're going to windshield wiper the knees to the right and to the left, releasing them down to the floor, coming to the right. And then bring the knees back to center, over to the left. Repeat that. We're going to do that about, 2 or 3 more times on each side. You decide the speed and what feels good. You decide if you want to hang out with the legs bent on the side or continue to flow the knees back and forth. And bring the knees back to center. Walk the feet in toward your body and bring your hands to your belly. Just place your palms on your belly. Breathe into the hands, breathe into your palms. Observe any energy flow through the joints. Observe and notice. We're going to take our time and come to seated position. Come up the way it feels good for you. One option might be to bring the knees into the chest and rock up and back, or roll to one side and press yourself up. Coming to a comfortable seat, easy seat, the legs can be crossed. You want to have your hips lifted, bring your blanket right under your hips. And we're going to lift the arms up on an inhalation. As you exhale, we're going to twist, look over to the right. Right hand comes behind you, left hand on the outside of your right thigh. Come back to center and lift the arms up on your inhalation. And as you exhale, twist to the left. Come back to center, lift the arms up. And on your next exhalation, fold forward, walking the fingertips away from you, lowering the torso toward the floor. And gently shift side to side. Come to stillness and walk the hands back towards your body. Uncross the legs and bring the other leg out front. Your next inhalation, lift the arms up. As you exhale, twist over to the left. Left hand behind you, right hand on the outside of your thigh. Your next inhalation, lift the arms up. As you exhale, twist over to the right. Right fingertips behind you, left hand on the outside of your right thigh. Your next inhalation, lift the arms up. And as you exhale, fold forward, walking your fingertips away from the body, lowering your torso down toward the floor. Gently shift side to side. And then come to stillness, walking your hands back towards your body, lifting your torso up. We're going to make our way over to table pose. And I encourage you to put something under your knees. Try using the bolster or the blanket. Use the bolster. You want to put your knee and part of your shins on the bolster and tuck your toes, palms onto the floor. Knees are still hip distance apart. We're moving to a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale as you lift your tailbone and lift gaze. Exhale as you round and tuck your chin to your chest. Again, inhale, tilt your tailbone, lift your gaze. And exhale, rounding, tucking the chin towards your chest. One more time. Inhale as you lift your gaze. And exhale, rounding, tucking the chest, tucking the chin toward the chest. Come back to a neutral spine. Head is right in line with your spine. We're going to lift the right foot and bring it to the front of the mat. Keep your left knee on your blanket or your bolster, if you have that. Coming into a low lunge. Your fingertips frame your front foot by bringing the blocks close to your foot. The blocks can lift you up, lift the earth closer to you. And we're going to shift here side to side, lubricating our hip joints. And then come to stillness. On your next inhalation, lift the arms up. Back toe is still tucked under to give you some stability. Now come into a side stretch. So bring your right hand to your thigh and then stretch over toward the right. So long stretch on your left side body. And we're going to flow into a twist. So come back to neutral. Spine is long. Lift the right arm up as you inhale. As you exhale, twist. Right hand comes behind you, left fingertips out front, coming into a twist. And again, inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, come into the twist. One more time. Inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, come into the twist. Inhale, lift the arms up. And as you exhale, bring your fingertips to the floor, framing your front foot, and slide your right knee back to the bolster or the blanket. And we're going to get that on the other side. So take your left foot to the top of the mat. Scoot it up if you need to. Frame your front foot. Use your block to lift the ground closer to you. Shift the hips side to side. And then on your next inhalation, using the strength of your legs, lift the arms up, torso up. Right foot is still tucked under to give you some stability. Preparing for the side stretch. Take the left hand to your thigh. Stretch over towards your left. Right side gets a great stretch all the way down from the knee or all the way, I should say, from the fingertips down to the knee. Next is the twisty flow. So inhale, come back to center, both arms are up. As you exhale, twist over to the left, left hand comes back, right arm is forward. Inhale back to center, and exhale, twist. Inhale back to center, and exhale, twist. Inhale back to center, and as you exhale, lower your fingertips to the floor. Slide your knee back to the bolster. Come back into table pose. Let's shift the hip side to side. And come to stillness. We're going to move into pigeon pose. And you can use the bolster to support your pigeon pose. Bring the bolster to the center of the mat. And just like we did before, you're going to bring instead of bringing your right foot up toward the front of the mat, you're going to bring your right shin down to the floor, coming into pigeon, your right knee, and extend the left leg long. So it's pigeon over the bolster, and the bolster is lifting you up, giving you that support right underneath your hip. Your fingertips are to the floor. If this is not comfortable, feel free to do pigeon with the blanket or without either support underneath you. So we're going to lift up on an inhalation. And as we exhale, we're going to flow down. So bend your elbows, bring your chest down to the floor, tuck your chin, and then come back up. Doing a flow here with the torso. Again, exhale, floating the torso down, tucking the chin, rounding the back, and lifting up. One more time. As you exhale, bend your elbows, flow the torso down to the floor, tuck the chin, and then lift up. And now we're going to flow down, and we're going to stay into the stretch for a round of about 3 to 5 breaths. So make a pillow with your forearms on the floor, palms are stacked. Lower your forehead to rest on the back of your hands, or you can always use a block to rest your forehead. Bring your palms to the floor, press your torso up. And take your time to bring your right knee behind you. So you can do it a couple different ways. One way might be just to roll onto your right hip and then bring your left leg up front and then bring your right leg behind you. Wow, that worked out pretty good. Coming into pigeon on the other side. See if that worked for you. You want that right leg to be long. The left knee is bent. The left leg is coming across the short edge of your mat. Fingertips to the floor. We're going to do the pigeon flow by lifting the heart up as you inhale. And as you exhale, floating the torso down toward the floor, tucking the chin, and then inhale, lifting up. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lifting up. This was our last one. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale as you lift up. This time we're going to stay in the stretch. As you float your torso down to the floor, take your forearms to the floor, stack your palms, and rest the forehead either on the palms or if you like using the block, rest your forehead on the block. Slide your palms to the floor, lift yourself up, and let's make our way off the bolster. Roll off the bolster. Ooh. Move your bolster off to one side. We're not done with it, but we're not going to use it for this next sequence. Come back to table pose. Extend your right leg long. Bring the ball of your foot to the floor and press the heel away. We're going to move into modified plank. So take your left foot off of the mat. Bring your right foot to the mat and open up the chest. Right fingertips to the ceiling. Left palm is right beneath the shoulder. Take the right arm over your ear and around. Making arm circles 2 more times, over and around. 1 more time, over and around. And come back into the pose, extending the fingertips away from you. Nice deep breath. And then return to table pose. Bring your right knee to the floor, right palm to the floor. And we're going to get that on the other side. So extend your left leg first, ball the foot to the floor, press the heel away. Gentle movement here. We're rocking back and forth. And we're going to come to that modified plank by rotating the right foot off the floor. Bring the entire left foot to the floor. Opening up the chest. Shoulders are opening, left fingertips up. Now we're going to begin the arm circles. Bring the arm over the ear, down and around. 2 more times. Last time. And come into the stretch. Let's lower the left palm to the floor, returning to table pose, and then press back to child's pose. Bring your palms back towards your body. Press yourself up and come into a seated position. And we're going to move into supported bridge. We're going to move into supported bridge with, actually not bridge with the bolster. We're going to make supported fish. So it's like a bridge, but we have our entire body on the bolster. So take the bolster and take it down the long way down the center of your mat toward the top of the mat. And bring your blocks by your side. Sit right at the edge of the bolster and lower your back to the bolster. Keep your knees bent, feet to the floor. Bring your arms alongside your body. The knees can stay bent upright, or you can come into bound angle legs by bringing the soles of the feet together and bringing the knees out and rest your blocks right underneath your thighs. We're going to end in this restorative pose. We'll stay here right before Shavasana. If you need your blanket for warmth, bring that over your body. And take a deep inhalation. And as you exhale, imagine your entire back body is melting onto the supports like butter melts in a hot pan. Going to move into Shavasana. Feel free to stay in this position for Shavasana or find another way to be comfortable. So if you're going to move out of this position, bring your feet to the floor, remove your blocks, and roll over to one side. Move your bones out of the way and come back to the floor. Use your blanket to cover you or support your knees or support your head. Then come into your relaxation pose by taking a deep inhalation and releasing it from the mouth. Ah. Allow the body to melt once again onto the floor. Bring awareness to the skin around your eyes and relax them. Bring awareness to your jaw and relax your jaw. Bring awareness to your shoulders and relax. Bring your awareness to your hands and your arms and your fingers and relax them. Bring awareness to your legs, your feet, and your toes and relax them. Begin to deepen your breath, bringing your awareness back to your body and back to the space around you. Make gentle movements by wiggling your fingers, your toes. Come into a full body stretch. It feels good. And gently bring your feet to the floor. And bring your knees into your chest one at a time. Placing a hand on each knee, giving your knees a loving squeeze. Gently rock side to side, massaging your spine and lower back. Roll over to one side and rest your head on your arm, reflecting on how you're feeling. And take your time and press yourself up, returning to a comfortable seat. Bring your palms together over your heart. Bow your head in a gesture of gratitude for your body, for your breath, for the time that you have taken to support your health and wellness. Let's seal our practice together by taking a deep inhalation. And as you exhale, fold forward, sealing in all the benefits of your practice. Inhale as you lift up. Exhale, bring your palms together. Namaste.